Basketball was my first love, man, before anything. I still love the game now, but I just love it differently. I am who I am today because of the game. It molded my mental, my physical, my manhood, but the culture is who I am too. Let's get straight to it.
Straight Shooters
What's going on, everybody?
Podcast.
Welcome back to Straight Shooters Podcast. I just want to say I appreciate y'all for tapping in the last episode. And now, with that being said, let's get straight to it. We have a very, very dope treat today as a guest. Pause. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog right there. Honestly, me and bro go back all the way to the fifth grade. Way back, man. And we met through the game of basketball, which is really dope. And I always knew about bro that he's always been an observer since we were young. So I knew he was destined for greatness because you got to be a good listener. You got to be a learner. You got to be ready to be coachable, as they like to say. And he is a platinum record producer with some of the biggest names that you done seen or heard. He got Drake on there. He got Party Next Door, YFN Lucci, Johnny Cinco, DDG, Lil Yachty, CEO Trail, Mozzie, and more. That's just a couple. Just to name. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a big one. That's a money bag right there. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, man, Dre got juice, my dog. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate you having me.
You already know, man. So, for people who don't know about Dre, just give the world a little backstory on, what you come from, your upbringing, where you are now, what you do now, and what season of life you're in, bro.
So basically, I'm from originally upstate New York. I moved down here to Atlanta about 15. Started high school just for high school.
Word.
Ended up going to Georgia State. Went to college down here too. Met some dope people.
For sure.
Was always like into making music and kind of like playing around with it at first, but as things got like going, I got more and more serious with it. So
For sure.
I kind of made it into a living, a job.
Word.
With the help of some good friends and some good people around me.
For sure.
Some more, I came up hooping with my boy right here. Like we were just talking about, we were hooping in fifth grade. I was in fourth grade. He was in fifth grade.
My boy was really getting to it though. Facts.
Hooping, making music, chilling, hanging out with friends. That's basically been my life even till today.
Word.
That's how I'm living.
Word, bro. And the crazy thing is, like he said, a lot of people don't know, like, we was in upstate New York. We ain't lose a game.
Didn't lose a game.
We didn't know what it felt like to lose. We were in fifth grade, so I got to make sure y'all hear me. We ain't lose. We were tough. And he was tough because he's playing up. You feel me? He's playing up with the guys. So, you got to be coachable. You got to be able to jump right in and just improve yourself. And he always did that. Like, we was really kicking it, like having sleepovers, kicking it, real deal. Like, this is my guy for real. Like I know his mama. I know his sister. Like, this is real fam shit. I know his government. You dig? Like, this is my dog, But the next thing I wanted to touch on is, what would you say, like, influence like your deep passion for music though? Like your biggest, like what was your biggest influence on what brought that passion out of music?
So, I've basically just been listening to music my whole life.
Right.
And when I was younger, I was in like orchestra and stuff like that. That didn't really stick. I wasn't into that too much. But like I'd really say like hanging out with my grandparents, listening to like old music.
That's
records and
solid.
stuff like
That's
that.
solid. That's solid.
Yeah, it just made me like I wanted to know how people were making music, and it just
Facts.
made me like
Just jump in.
And then
Word.
I will say also there was a period of time when like FL Studio was real big, and I didn't really have much else to do, just like my living situation. So like I went to my mom's job, downloaded FL Studio for free, and just put it on the computer at the house. I ain't had no internet or nothing, but
Word. You was just toying with it.
yeah, I was just toying with it. Something to do.
Do you feel like that helped you like really lock in? Like,
Oh, for sure, because like you got to think I didn't have no internet or cable, so I'm just at the house. I need something to do.
nah, facts.
We was kids. I was probably about 15, 16 years old.
Word.
You know, if I'm not doing something in the house, I'm gonna be outside doing some
Facts,
bullshit. I
facts.
was hooping. I'd go to like
No,
3
facts.
practices or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But then
yeah.
after
Back when
that,
we was kids, like things were different.
yeah,
We had games, but it was just the era was just coming.
it was different. Yeah,
You know,
I don't think we was on the game the same way
not as
folks is on
much. We
now.
were really still outside. Like niggas
Yeah,
was really,
playing
playing
outside.
outside, playing playground basketball. Like
We might put up a fake hoop.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Like
feel
it
you.
was valid. It was valid. You know, and the next thing I want to bring up to you is what would you say like, moving forward down the line, like after college, I wanted to ask like what was the moment that you felt like was like the breakthrough moment for you in your career where you was like, you know what? I can become a high level producer. Like this is something that I know I'm good at, and I know that this I can take this far. Like, what do you feel like? There might not be just one moment. There may be it might have been momentum,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was about to say that it's
Yeah.
really like a combination of moments, especially like talking from my point of view now.
Mm.
Like, and you know, I probably didn't realize it back then, but
Mm-hmm.
like just little victories, like from working with some artists that I used to listen to every day, Johnny Cinco,
That's
or
hard.
like
Shout out Johnny Cinco. He hard.
or
I've been fucking with you.
or Lucci and stuff like
Lucci hard
that.
too. Shout out Lucci.
You know, and a lot of times, or even being in some of these rooms that like are really hard to get in, because like I was really at QC when they first set up the studio and stuff like that. I'm really around OG Mako and a whole bunch of other people. So like it's just a bunch of little things. To
Nah,
be honest.
facts.
But like
Facts.
as you go, you can kind of like see how they culminate together. You know, especially now, I can see like how these little moments in my life play a
Facts.
piece to like where I'm at now.
Small world.
Yep.
Small world.
And,
Like you see how we rekindle. Like it's been years. Like you went your journey, I went mine. We end up
Yeah.
rekindling back. Older we
Yeah.
get, because we all have different routes, right? So roads change, but the vibes never change, and that's when you know it's real. When you don't skip a beat.
It's part of being
You know
solid too.
exactly.
It's part of being solid.
It's a fact. That's a fact. So what advice would you give to young producers today, that aspire to be in the position that you're in?
You just have to network for real,
Mm,
because that's really. It
mm,
doesn't matter if you're the best producer, the best at making beats, the best
mm,
piano player.
mm.
You really have to use your network.
That's a fact.
It's really that, and I watch it. I'm a student to it today because I see people going harder than me networking, and I'm like, damn, I should be doing this too. It's
Facts.
really network. So like,
Word.
if you can, especially this day, you
Yeah.
got social media. It's a little burnt out, but you can still, you know what I'm saying?
Promote
Like,
yourself.
promote yourself.
Yeah, do what you need to do.
Like for example, if I was a producer, you know, we had that the producer game I was telling you about.
Hey yo, shout out to that game shout out OG Parker and Buddha Bless. My boy got the trophy out here. He just came from that game.
We just won the whole thing.
Yeah, he just came from the celebrity charity game.
We just won the whole thing.
No cap, he talking this shit. Talk your shit, young bull. Talk your shit.
We won the whole thing.
You already know my boy brought the hardware. He said he ain't playing around, no kizzy.
still
Fuck you
get a
mean?
bucket. Yeah,
No
so-
cap. That's what I like to hear. Dog shit. That's what we on. No cap. Dog shit.
Yeah, just using your network, because like even if I was like a producer or wanted to be a producer, all you had to do to get in the game was bring some canned goods or a toy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bunch of producers already there.
Right.
Where can I send you loose? Oh man, you went crazy in that game. Where can I send you loose? It's easy. Especially
Right.
where we at in Atlanta.
That's a fact. Atlanta, I will say, is definitely Black Hollywood. It has that rep, but it's true. It's true to that phrase, because people who utilize that phrase the right way, it'll really be Black Hollywood. You can really network and make something out of nothing. If you staying consistent, persistent, and a real one, you gotta stand on business.
And being from upstate New York, we didn't see that. We
Exactly.
didn't see that. So like
We weren't used to seeing standing on business like energy.
or even like a bunch of successful Black people in one area.
That's
you
a
know what I'm saying?
fact.
Like,
That's a fact, bro.
from,
That's a
like,
fact.
Buffalo, Ithaca,
Ithaca.
anywhere.
Facts.
Like, when I was in Buffalo, the whole East Side was just shit.
Right,
I used to
right.
enjoy myself, but there's nothing going on.
Nah, facts.
I don't even like feel the need to go up there.
Nah,
like that.
facts.
I do. 'Cause I love the city and I
Nah,
love my
facts.
family. But
Right.
I go up there in slow motion.
Nah,
compared to when I'm
facts.
here.
Facts.
100%.
Word. So, I understand you got a relationship, a good bond with OG Parker.
That's my brother.
Just elaborate on that for me, because a lot of the world really don't know a lot. So, I want you to elaborate on that and just say, just touch on that relationship.
See, that's where you got to be a good person. I feel like we met in college. You know what I mean?
Real,
So
real.
we had something called freshman learning communities. I think
Yeah.
that's basically like when you start as a freshman, you
It's almost like homeroom.
almost except it's like every class. We took every class together.
Oh, that's hard.
And so that's what God just be putting you in right places at the right
Man,
time.
say that. Say that. That's facts.
So
That's facts.
we get into classes and stuff like that. We get to talking like, what do you really like? What are you trying to do with this? And we both get to saying like music. We want to do music.
Right.
And so we bond off of that, and then we get to talking even more. We realize we got other things in common. We like to hoop. We go into the rec every day. We hanging out.
Right.
We like to run around at night and do shit we probably shouldn't supposed to be doing. But,
Facts.
you know, it was fun. It was,
No, facts.
You know
You building them bonds.
yeah,
You know
we
what I mean?
built like a real ass friendship.
Right.
So that's more than like he my manager also, but that's more than my
That's
manager.
tough.
But, like,
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? Like we really built a friendship.
No, that's real. Honestly, bro, shout out to OG Parker, man, because
he's solid,
there's a
man.
lot of niggas that's not solid and niggas don't stand on business. When you hear that about another guy, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give a nigga his flowers, bro. And for that, you know, shout out OG Parker, because a lot of niggas don't stand on business today. And that fucks business up, that fucks friendships up, that fucks relationships up, that fucks money up.
And they say it's like weird to bring like emotions into like business, but I feel like sometimes it's appropriate. And I feel like for him, he really gets emotional because he wants to see me win too.
That's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard.
He'll like nigga gives me pep talks, all type of stuff. He'll let me know when I did some dumb shit.
That's accountability though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's what we got with my brothers over here. You know, anybody that I rock with heavy, they gonna tell me where they felt like, hey, okay, if you could have did that differently.
Or even when he did some dumb shit or did some shit like
that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
You can come to him.
Yeah, or he'll let me know like, man, you right. Or I at least know that he's thinking about it.
Nah, for sure.
Like I know it weighs on his soul.
For sure.
So I really appreciate him.
For sure.
That, like, too.
Nah, shout out, bro, for real shit.
Especially for just being friends.
Just being a real nigga.
I like to kick it sometimes. I don't
No,
even
yeah.
make no music.
No, for sure. No, for sure. I mean, that sometimes people like, there's a saying about basketball, when it comes to basketball, like some guys like to say, basketball is what I do, it's not who I am, right? Yeah. So I understand it from the perspective they're saying it from. Not saying that they don't love basketball, not saying they don't have passion for it, but they're just saying there's other pieces to my identity. Like it's like that's not just my identity. So I understand that piece.
Overall,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm an artist, so like
Facts.
you have to live life in order to make good art.
100%.
You can't connect and understand
100%.
people and places and stuff
100%,
like that.
bro.
So if I'm not outside or if I'm not talking to people, if I'm not chilling, I'm not here with y'all,
For
and
sure.
I really don't understand. Like,
For sure.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go home and make some shit like
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
off of this.
Facts, bro. That's hard. That's hard. So I got a question for you, because anybody who knows me personally or knows about me, they know I'm a Drake guy.
Yeah.
They know I'm a Drake guy, and they know you know, I'm a big fan of his music and so forth. So break down to me first, before we get into that, break down to me how that experience was when you were doing the Loyal track.
So people don't know this. I'm really gonna give y'all some inside scoops. I've never met Drake, but when I was doing Loyal, really like I got off of work. I was working valet every day, morning, nights, all
hustling.
Constantly, yeah.
Straight hustling.
You know,
getting to the money.
And if you know valet, you can get some money.
You can get, man, what? I was on valet in Baltimore. I know how it is. You can get some hundreds off that every night. You got to know how to finesse.
I was making straight money, about like probably
easy money,
$30 an hour type.
Come on, and that's solid.
Solid, like,
you know what I mean? We young, so yeah.
But it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's hard labor.
I got off of work and Parker was staying downtown over by where my job was, so I used to just pull up at his crib every day. Just
for sure.
Work. So I went over there, and we were just making like a bunch of beats, just like normal. Like,
just working.
Beats, you know. It wasn't nothing special. Nobody was like, oh, this gonna be something. It's just making beats, same shit we always.
Just staying locked in.
Yeah, and I particularly remember playing some chords and doing some other stuff, and then we, in the middle of making the beat, we kind of said like, it sounded like some WizKid shit. And I think, I don't know what happened after that, but Party sent it to, Josh, who was Parker. Parker sent it to Party, and Party cut to it. And it's like the same week, so I'm excited about that already.
That's tough.
The day the song's supposed to come out, they said, we got a surprise for you. I'm already knowing it is at that point. Once you say, plus I had the paperwork already. I'm not gonna lie, I read the paper. I'm real like,
you answer, yeah. You got to take care of you.
So I'm reading the paperwork and I'm like, oh shit. Aubrey Graham. I'm not gonna say anything, but
Nah, facts.
they're like, "Oh, we got a surprise for you." I'm like, "All right, know what it is."
Nah, facts.
So, song ended up coming with Drake on it, and it was just, that's something people live for.
Nah, facts. So my next thing I was gonna say, that's true though. You said a big thing. People live to actually work with Drake, whether you're in his presence or not.
A Drake record could change your life.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
Drake could change your life.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So you didn't even come in contact with OVO 40.
Not 40, but Party's my guy. We went out the country together.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's hard. Shout out Party Next Door. I listen to your shit a lot too, bro. Anybody who know me, I fuck with Party. The long way for.
He's a real solid dude.
Nah,
too.
for sure.
Real solid.
No,
Real
I can hear it in
quiet,
his music.
real
Yeah.
quiet.
Introverted a little bit.
A little bit, but he's still like,
He's still out here.
Yeah.
He's still outside.
he's a cool guy, yeah.
Word. So that's tough though. That's tough. So I got a real deep question for you, and you can take as long as you want with it because you've been around the game long enough now to see the politics, to see how to maneuver in a room, how to read a studio, how to read energy. And that does you can learn some of those characteristics from basketball. Well, I'm sure you learned a lot of things from basketball that you can apply into your life now. But despite that, what would you say? Would you say hip hop is in a good spot right now?
Yes and no. I feel like
Elaborate.
I feel like a lot of music that came out this year in particular was kind of like cookie cutter, watered down music. A lot of simple stuff, but because music is art, I feel like it's always gonna be room for it to get better
Right.
and go like other places. I saw it in some of the tracks and albums that came out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I liked a lot better than what.
You gotta name some. I need some names. I need you to name drop. What do you listen to? What do you listen to? Let me know.
Right now, it depends.
Playlist
on
wise.
but,
Right. Me too.
SZA.
I like SZA. Shout out
love
SZA.
but
Beautiful music.
that Nas Hit Boy album really touched me a little bit differently.
He knows hip hop. Stand theme.
Switch it up a little.
Shout out KD3 Nas. He one of the ghosts. I think he better than Jay. We're not gonna get into that this episode.
I might be a little biased, but that CEO Trail was.
Ooh, that shit was
that
hard.
was one of them.
And my boy got a song on that bitch, Alter Ego 2. That bitch stupid. I listen to that shit almost every week, at least 2 or 3 times. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. CEO Trail is one of my top guys in my playlist. Like, bro, really solid. He slide on shit on some shit. Like, bro's beats be crazy too. His beat selection, that's huge for artists.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Even that 21 Drake, we needed something like that.
We needed that. We needed that. That was very strategic by him too.
Strategic. Yeah.
Very strategic. He's a strategic guy. But why would you say it's not in a good spot? Because it's watered down, like you said.
Yeah, kind of watered down. Sometimes I feel like it lacks creativity. But there's so many artists and so many different like genres. I think people just need to kind of broaden their
horizons a little bit. Yeah, facts.
Tap into some other stuff because a lot of people making the same song over and over again. It might work, but it's just not what I want to hear as an artist, as a musician.
Right. So you're an artist and a producer.
No, mostly when I say artist, I just mean like
art.
Yeah, art. Like I'm throwing painted a canvas.
That is art.
Yeah.
Producing is art. So yeah, I get you. That is facts.
But
That's
I will
facts.
write your hit song if you want me to.
Nah, for sure. That's hard. That ain't no cap. Y'all gotta remember that when we talking to a platinum bull right here, no kizzy.
I have written on some songs too. Yeah.
Oh, word. Mm-hmm. So you do songwriting at a high level.
At a decent level.
Is that like a super like? Is that more of a hobby on the side or?
No. I tap in with artists, like especially if I have a session with somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not the type of producer who just, because I get bored in the studio too. I'm not gonna just sit back and like.
Why do you get bored?
Because the studio process for a producer is kind of weird. You just kind of pull up vibe and play beats, and once you play beats and people pick them, and the vibe is like, okay, let's make some music.
Right.
Then you kind of just sitting back, unless you are vocal about this and that. Like I want people to make certain adjustments or ask me what.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because I want the record to be as good as I can make.
Yeah, you want it to reach its potential.
Yeah, at every point. You know. So I'll be honest.
Attention to detail.
I'll be honest when people ask me, "Hey, you fucking with this up?" Like, you might need to or you might need to, or maybe I might even say, "Not for real." I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes
You gotta keep it brutally honest.
if I have a close enough relationship with you, I might say not for real.
Yeah, for sure.
So
For sure.
I never had to tell Five that, but like me and Five a lot then, so I can tell him pretty
For
much
sure.
whatever. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. So who would you say outside of your boy OG? I know y'all have great chemistry. Who would you say that you had, great chemistry with as far as an artist in the stew, like present time, like in his presence, he's in your presence, like y'all just vibing.
Me and Five, that's really like my brother.
Cinco.
Yeah, Cinco.
Oh, so you call him Five? A lot of niggas don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's fine. Shout out Cinco, man.
Johnny Cinco, Bino Radio, me and him, we cool. Think of who else? Some R&B folks. This girl named Sydney August. She signed to OTF.
That's tough. That's tough.
Dope.
Word.
Me and her a lot.
Say her name again.
Sydney August.
Sydney August. Shout out Sydney August. Y'all check her music out, man.
So I can pretty much send her any beat I ever made.
Right. And she'll hop on it and go crazy.
And she'll ask me what I think about it too.
Right.
So,
honestly. Word. That's tough. That's tough. So let me ask you, I'm kind of jumping a little bit left about, something different. So we're gonna touch on basketball a little bit. For sure. This is what we on. So what drew you to the game of basketball as a youth? Like what drew you to the game of basketball, and how much basketball do you like watch today, and like how invested are you in it?
It's probably like my family. My uncle used to hoop in high school.
That's tough.
Yeah. He played with some tough guys.
You were very aggressive as a young bull, so you came out like, I'm trying to prove myself.
Yeah, I feel like I had that chip
nah,
on my shoulder.
you did have that chip.
I always had a chip a little.
Nah, you've always had a chip. Facts. You were a quiet guy though.
And I don't think I got anything easy. So I
facts.
I had to like.
You had to earn it.
Or like pop my shit sometimes.
You have to. It's necessary.
Yeah.
There is cockiness inside of confidence.
Yeah, arrogance. Everybody needs a little bit of arrogance.
For sure.
What was the question? Repeat that.
So basically, what drew you to the game of basketball as a youth?
My family, my uncle, my mom. My mom was a single parent, so she just wanted me in all the activities she could get me in. So she had me.
Shout out single moms. They go crazy. Especially his moms. I know his moms. She a real one. She a strong black woman. Shout out his moms.
Yeah. So she wanted me in all the activities I could think of. So I played pretty much every sport growing up, and I just clicked with basketball. I was watching Space Jam every day.
Man,
I had the
classic
soundtrack. I just
classic.
had the hoop on my door. It just stuck. And me and y'all,
right,
we
bro.
Competitive.
Man, it was competitive, bro.
I wanted to be better than y'all.
Nah, thanks. No. Hey, we was one of the best in the city at the time. I ain't gonna hold you.
And it just right behind you.
Just right behind me. I ain't gonna lie to you. At that point in time, my confidence was very high. I had a chip on my shoulder. Georgia did humble me a little.
Georgia will humble you.
Georgia's basketball will humble you because there's dogs out here.
And I think that's Georgia basketball, especially Atlanta, is underrated.
Thank you.
Super underrated.
And this is coming from a guy who's not a pro. I'm not a pro, neither is he. Yeah. But we understand the game and we played at a high level and we still hoop. So like, if y'all know outside, like if you really listening and watching this, Georgia basketball is nothing to be played with. There's some dogs that come from here, and it's a destination city, so a lot of guys move here and then go to high school here and hoop here, and such as myself.
And I think people are starting to catch on behind like Ant-Man and then Scoot finna go number 1, number 2.
Hey, Scoot tough. Shout out Scoot. He's solid.
The number 1 player in the country.
Oh, the Victor Cat?
No, I'm talking about in high school.
What's his name?
Isaiah Collier. He's at
Wheeler. Yeah. I actually heard 50-50 things about him.
No, he's tough.
No. I heard he's tough. I know he's tough. I've seen film.
He's got a super basic game, but he's tough.
No, but I've seen his game, and he's like a big guard, right? He's like a skinny big guard. He's like what, 6'7", 6'8"?
Not even.
He's 6'10"?
No, he's short.
He's short?
Like 6'4" at most.
Really?
Yeah, and I seen him do some crazy things. It looks so boring, but he get the job done.
No, but see, sometimes the simple is all you need. Simple is enough.
You just put the ball in the bucket.
That's all that matters. Shout out Isaiah, man. He's tough.
Tough, for sure.
No, for sure. And do you watch the game a lot today? Like, do you keep up with the league?
I watch the league. I watch the Knicks. They be pissing me off.
Oh, you a Knicks fan?
Not for real, not anymore.
He ain't claiming them. He got the Bulls on right now. He couldn't claim them, boys.
Tibbs be pissing me off.
Nah, facts. Tibbs be pissing niggas off, facts. I got a homeboy who fuck with the Knicks. He be fucking losing it.
So, yeah, I watch college. I grew up a big Duke fan, so I be tapping into Duke.
Okay.
Syracuse.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Syracuse. Facts. Niggas been to their camp a handful of times.
Yeah, I even watch high school basketball.
Now you have to. Yeah.
I'll go to high school games.
Good games, especially in Georgia.
Yeah, all these classics.
For sure. Yeah. So I do have a question for you. I want to know who you think, in your opinion, is, probably the top guy in the NBA right now. Or you can give me I'll give you a wiggle room with 2 or 3 guys.
I don't think we've hit the point where it's not LeBron and Durant's
league anymore.
For
sure.
You could probably throw Giannis in but Giannis' game is a little iffy. You could probably
iffy?
Giannis in there. Yeah.
Why is Giannis' game iffy?
I don't know, because I'm short and I'm kind of a purist. You know what I'm saying? When you put the ball in the bucket, I get it, but at the same time, I like to see that you know how to do certain things with the ball.
A little bit more skill.
A little bit more skill, but he's definitely tough. Can't nobody stop him.
No, for sure, definitely.
I get things. It's a combination of everything: size, skill, strength.
Yeah, facts.
I like to watch as a viewer.
Yeah.
I want to see certain
from the outside, a spectator.
Yeah.
So who would you say is really top in the league right now to you? Who do you like watching if you turn on the league?
Who do I like to watch?
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Shout out Kyrie.
Oh man, Shea.
Oh, SGA. Hey, listen. That nigga is tough. Anybody who watching this, go sit down and watch a SGA highlight film and just keep watching. You're gonna learn a lot if you really do this hoop shit for real. Cause the niggas change the pace, change the direction, change the speed. It's like bro is moving at his own speed. He's moving at his own time. He controls the tempo.
And he don't force nothing.
Don't force shit.
Yeah, no, I like Shea for real.
No, I hope he gets in a better situation.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think it's some folks who just need better situations.
For sure.
Who else can I say? I like Trey. Trey is definitely a hooper.
Definitely. Shout out Trey Young.
Luka
plays no D though.
Yeah, but the offense looks so good.
It's so overpowering.
It's so good.
It's so good. That's a fact because his offense is so fucking solid.
So good. And the way the Mavs without Luka, I don't want to picture that.
Definitely. And I would say also, if you think about it, Jason Tatum.
Yeah. I told you I'm a Duke guy.
Yeah, you're a Duke guy. So you fuck with Ingram, BI. Yeah, facts. Big facts. So when you came down to Georgia, just tell me a little bit about how did you feel like you needed to make an adjustment when you were hooping? Because at the time you were hooping seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I had to make an adjustment.
Right. What was the biggest adjustment you think you had to make?
Man, strength and athleticism for the most part. I was weak with the ball. I always had a jumper. My jumper and stuff was there.
Facts. You always had that.
But
you had the drive game too, though.
Yeah, I could drive, but strength with the ball, my handles for the most part, especially because I'm playing bigger, stronger guys.
Facts. Yeah. It's a whole different vibe. Niggas is stronger. Niggas is dunking in 8th grade, 7th grade.
Yeah.
I moved down here 8th grade. We went to a tournament that summer. I moved down. I was hooping with the Georgia Thunder. Shout out Roger Hubbard and Carl Cochran and them. And we played this team called the North Carolina Gators. I'll never forget to this day. My brother was in the stands. Niggas was in 8th grade. Niggas was freaking this shit. As niggas was 18.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And mind you, what 8th grade you're 14, 13, 14. So it was a huge culture shock for me personally when I moved from upstate New York to come down here. Not just basketball wise, but just the culture is different. It's a little slower. Southern hospitality is a lot different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
People are a lot nicer, but
for sure.
They'll be nice to you then bust your ass.
That's a fact too. You got some crazy motherfuckers everywhere, but definitely in Atlanta too.
Yeah, I think just so basically ball strength is really where I had to work on my game. But I also came in. My high school was different.
Yeah,
when I got to high school. I was looking up at niggas. I'm like, golly.
Facts.
I want to say as a freshman, the whole starting 5 was 6'5" and up. 6'5" and up.
At Westlake.
Yeah.
Shout out Westlake, even though we beat y'all. Shout out Westlake. I gotta throw that in there. A lot of people say that. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it. Yeah, Marcus did get hurt. I had to throw that in there. But hey, Marcus, you know what I'm saying? Injuries are a part of the game, man. You know. If you were there, we might be talking about a different ball game now. We might not have a ring. We might.
It would have been a better game.
It would have been a better game. More competitive. It would have probably went to the wire. I agree. Shout out Marcus Thornton. You know, he was a dog.
Yeah. Everybody's probably 6'5" and up.
Jeff Newberry, yeah.
Jeff Newberry,
Romeo Lewis.
Romeo,
Shout out Rome.
Big Tone was
Big
there.
Tone.
Big Tone was
He
coming
be
off
at the
bench.
runs too. Yeah, Big Tone. Shout out Big. He's big, man. He played football in college.
Yeah,
That's how good he was. He was a multi-athlete.
We had a 7-footer coming off the bench.
That's a fact. Jalon was actually telling me about him the other day because Jalon was at Westlake at a point. Yeah,
Jalon was there.
Jalon was there that year, right before he left and went to before they went to Wheeler, before he left. Yeah, man. Shout out my boy Jalon. You already know what it is. It's love. Facts.
Man.
That's tough, bro.
It was definitely, but I mean that helped me though because I was able to see like where I need to like improve.
Exactly. Your weaknesses, work on those, and iron sharpens iron. So work on your strengths.
I could add some of them, especially with them being upperclassmen. They'd be like, okay, so what I need to do to
Facts.
Get better at this.
Facts. One thing I've always noticed about you a humble and hungry guy. Can you give any insight? And I'm jumping back over to music real fast. On and you can really elaborate on music or basketball. You come across any guys that you would feel like, he's so talented, but he's not humble and hungry. He's not a humble guy. Some guys aren't really humble, right? And I'm sure in the industry you see guys when they reach a certain level, because some things are false. You see stuff on social media, it's not what it seems to be. We see it all the time. And then some things are what it seems to be.
No, I've seen it. I've seen folks who aren't humble but deserve. They don't have to be because
right.
And I've seen also people who, wig themselves out the game because they haven't put in that work and they just aren't humble or they don't know how to listen or don't know how to take constructive criticism and stuff.
Constructive criticism. That's huge.
Yeah, so for sure, you definitely have to be humble because if you're not, this shit will humble you quickly. Shit will humble you quickly. I've seen people get kicked out of studio sessions or play 70 beats and the artist not pick one.
That's tough right there, bro. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie to you. Just thinking about it because I don't feel the same way you would. Because it means something different to you. But if I've been in studio sessions with some household names on occasion, and I've peeped the room, I've read the room, you gotta read the room. If you don't read the room, it's because some niggas be off the lean and don't even get to record it, right? Some niggas be so fucked up, you know what I'm saying, that they don't even get to recording, and then you might have to pull back up tomorrow. And now you got a whole different schedule, change your schedule around. Like, damn, this nigga was bullshit last night. Let me,
sleep in the booth.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you definitely. I'm sure it's like a give and take because like some guys that are actually tough that do that shit, you kind of just, I'm sure you just like, you know what, this is who he is. Let's just work with the process and hopefully we get a end result, a beautiful end product from that. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, I just want to ask you, would you say, who would you want to work with moving forward that you've looked forward to for a while? And you can use this platform as, maybe like a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Like, people. And the thing is, like, a lot of people, time moves so fast, and with music, like, shit moves so fast. Like, it's hard. I know it's hard with scheduling and getting shit done because niggas on tour, niggas doing this, niggas doing that, dropping music, dropping tapes, projects. So give me a list of guys you want to work with and let the world know, like, what's up, like, nigga, we can lock in.
I actually have my screensaver is like a list of
that's hard
and stuff, like, just to remind me. Some of these people I've worked with already. Some of them, like, looking forward to it.
For sure.
So if I just scroll down this list, I'll probably see a few names. Kaylani, Kiana Lede. I'll be working. Dirk, I want to work with Dirk for sure.
Shout out Dirk. Smirkio.
Lucky Day.
Lucky Day, hard.
Yeah, Lucky Day is dumb.
That's a hard one.
Let's see.
So you are R&B guy too. You like?
Yeah. I prefer to make R&B.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I think it's just more creative at the moment.
Right. R&B is huge. I'm a big Bryson Tiller fan.
Bryson Tiller, I want to work with Bryson.
Bryson, shout out Bryson, man. You gotta drop some more music because these niggas don't know how to do this R&B shit, man. There's a handful of them. I ain't gonna say they don't know how to do it. I like Giveon too.
Giveon.
Yeah.
Like a lot of R&B right now.
Yeah.
I'm really into making R&B right now. Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah.
Would you say like you have moments where you like, fuck it, I want to do like more trap, like more rap, hip hop rap?
Yeah, especially when you see like folks going up with certain things. Yeah, not to sound jealous or anything, but like that. That's like where I come from.
Nah, for sure. Definitely.
Like the trap world is what made me into the producer I am today.
Definitely.
Sometimes
Definitely.
I gotta get back to the roots and stuff.
You have to. You have to. So, speaking on the label Neutral, just give the world a little bit of a background story on that's the label, right?
Yeah, if you ask me, I came up with it, but if you ask Parker, it was just we went by a bunch of different names before. Like we had production groups before it was even the label.
So it's a production group.
Like
It's a group of talented guys.
producers, yeah, talented guys, yeah. Bunch of group of talented producers who lock in and you just make beats and
For sure.
kind of get placements. We got a lot of them Lucci placements through that our group.
Word.
So like even Wish Me Well too, half of them songs, at least half of them songs is from our original production group.
Word.
The Majors. Yeah, we were the Majors. And then,
So
moved
how
on.
many of y'all are in the label on the
Right
label?
now it's about 12 of us. Yeah.
That's a team right there.
Solid folks, too. Nonstop, the Hitman. Shout out Bezo. Shout out Romano.
Shout out all of them.
Shout out Olive, for real, Soulful, Golden Child. It's a lot of us, bro. We all putting in work. Javi, Tone, D Sheets, man. And if you go through their resumes, bro, they got hits too.
Right. That's what it's about.
More than me. Bezo
Nah,
going crazy
facts.
this year. Shout out Bezo.
Nah, facts. I seen him on some shit.
Bet Motors this year with NBA Youngboy.
That's tough.
These boys is going crazy.
That's
Which is
tough.
on the Roddy album too.
Oh, he doing big numbers. That's numbers.
The
team is solid. That's
I really
like
felt like I wasn't on my grind.
nah,
this
you
year.
was on your shit,
A
bro.
little bit towards the end of the year, but I wanted to go crazy.
Nah, facts. I mean, it's timing too. I'm sure you understand that
Timing
too.
for sure. A
Yeah.
lot of different type of music.
Nah, for sure. That's solid. So also touch on I wanted to make sure the world knew about your website, DREGOTJUICE.com. Go ahead and give people a little bit about that.
Yeah, you can buy beats, you can buy collabs, you can just ask me questions. You can go in there and do pretty much anything. Like look at my lifestyle. It's attached to my Instagram, so you can go in there and see how fresh I be every day.
Facts. My boy be fresh. I ain't gonna cap. Like, bro be putting that shit on. I ain't gonna cap. Like, that's my boy.
I like to pride myself in the way I dress because I think it's original too.
And I done known him since the 5th grade. Like, he really ain't changed at all. Like, bro ain't changed at all. He's so humble, but he really they'll let you know some shit. Like, yeah, I'm really facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. So when it comes to things in the industry, like you're planning ahead and you're thinking to yourself, like, what do I need to do next? What's that process like for you?
So, first of all, like I said earlier, just seeing other people work or being tapped in with
that motivates you.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
But just you can kind of like be around the right people and then kind of just sit with yourself and just be like, okay, this is the steps I need to do or take to like elevate next in my career.
Right.
Overall, the industry is annoying because it's not something you can really plan for.
Right.
It's not like we're getting
unpredictable.
Lucky. It's not like we're getting lucky. We are putting in a lot of work, but you can never be 100% about anything. So you just have to go in there with the mindset. So I'd say watch the people you want to be like and take notes from them. That's what I try to do every day.
I like that.
Especially because it'll help you find out when you're
student of the game.
Yeah, it'll help you find out student of the game.
Yeah.
It'll help you find out where you slipping at too.
Right.
Or like help you like realize you be slipping
in certain areas.
Yeah. Sure. Like so you're not cooking up enough. You be like, damn, this nigga been locked in for 5 days straight. He done made 60 beats.
60?
Niggas will go crazy. That's
60 beats in 5 days.
That's on the low end. We've made 20 beats in like a day before. Yeah, you can get to it.
Yeah, tell me what your craziest lock-in was. Like, let me know when you were like, when was a point in time where you feel like your momentum was crazy, you coming off a crazy run, I'm in the stew, I'm motivated. Like what does that feel like? Like, I mean, you have platinum record with PARTYNEXTDOOR and Drake. Like, how does that feel, first off? Let niggas know how that feels.
You gotta work the hardest when you just getting started though.
That's a fact.
Man, I'm trying to bring it back to me and Five. We used to be at QC. I damn near would sleep there. Like,
right.
Type shit.
So you seeing Yachty, you seeing all these niggas.
I had some with Yachty.
Nah, facts. Shout out Yachty. Yeah. You tough, Yachty.
I saw, man, like the city's so small. Kid I was hanging out with, he wasn't a kid. We know we in college, but like Georgia State really had it. I can't lie to you. Shout out Georgia State too.
Yeah, shout out GSU, man.
Had a lot of talent. So I don't know if y'all heard of Digital Nas.
Digital Nas rings a bell. I haven't listened to too much of this stuff, but
Look up Digital Nas, y'all. Shout out Digital
now
Nas.
shout out Digital Nas.
But him and Yachty were going crazy way back in the day. And this is the dude I used to hoop with every day. We talk. I'm over there cooking up with him. Like, it's just networking. But yeah, going to QC, spending nights.
You feel like that
QC.
was the lock-in time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Especially early.
You seeing QCP, Coach K,
Everybody, yeah.
the Migos, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby, I'm there when Lil Baby like first popping off. They asking for beats and everything. Don't wig yourself, by the way. Don't wig yourself. You gotta give beats to everybody.
Yeah, that's a part of it.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's a part of it. A lot of guys, and I've been around the music industry. You know, you gotta understand. You gotta give to get.
You gotta give to get.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big one.
Even if you can't see it, just believe. And you know what I'm saying? Shit might happen.
Nah, facts. You gotta believe in the trust the process.
So yeah, I'm seeing Baby. I'm seeing, man. I was tapped in with Young Greatness. That was my guy too. RP Greatness.
RP Greatness, man. Rest in peace, man.
That was my guy though. Me and Greatness used to tap in the same way me and Cinco was kind of.
Word.
Yeah, I'm at QC all the time.
You never want to work with the Migos?
A couple times. I had a.
Why you saying like that?
It wasn't like
you weren't pressed.
It's not that I wasn't even impressed because everybody would take the opportunity to work with the Migos. It just kind of wasn't what I was on at the time. But
right.
It's been times where like I've been in sessions with them. Like I've had some weird ass experience too.
It's a part of it though.
Like Offset in the studio, we can't find an engineer. He trying to hop on my beats. But you go through those times though. Like,
right. Unpredictable shit.
Guess I learned how to engineer after that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So you benefited from that too.
Yeah. That's
tough, man. You know, that's tough.
What I mean, kind of like as you go through things and see other people doing things or like things that are needed to be done, you gotta learn like, okay, let me step up and do this so I can get here.
For sure. So touch on a little bit. I seen you was on tour. I was following the tour when y'all was on tour. You, OG, and the team. Yeah, touch on that.
Parker be doing the college tours.
They lit though.
They be lit.
Man, I mean college is college.
The frats and like the homecoming and stuff like that.
Man.
They'll book us. We'll go out there, give them a good time. But it's always, man.
you can't talk.
Nah, doing nothing crazy, but they know how to have fun. I will say they know how to have fun.
Word.
Them pressers, you know, when you book somebody, you gotta give them pressers. So like, you know, they make sure we be straight.
Nah, facts.
They be fun.
So where'd y'all go? Like, was it like a handful of days? I think I saw the post when y'all was starting, and I was following along the way.
It just depends on who he's with the agency. So whoever the agency gets him with,
whatever they land for y'all.
Yeah, we've been a ton of places at this point. Ole Miss, Alabama,
solid.
Georgia Southern,
solid.
What else? I think he just came back. I didn't go to this one. He just came back from Texas Tech, or was A&M, one or two. But yeah, you know, we've been mostly in the Southeast. But
word.
Them schools be fun, especially them larger schools like.
Oh yeah, huge schools, high majors, basketball schools, football schools. They're turned.
It's way different from my college experience. So it's still fun for me to be in them environments.
Facts. That's tough. So, you know, I wanna give your boy OG his flowers because I know he gonna tap in whenever we drop. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him on a lot of tracks this year. Bro been putting in work. Bro is his beats are impeccable. Do you feel like you feed off of him? Like how do you feel like do you learn a lot from bro? Like do you feel like, you know, this is someone like clearly it's deeper than just learning, right? Y'all are bros. So yeah. It's not you're not even thinking like that.
We probably learn from each other, but he definitely teaches me a lot.
Has he been doing this his whole life?
Nah, we probably started around the same age.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He was in like band and stuff. He was a drummer.
Word. Yeah. Oh, so he was a drummer, so he knew how music.
And stuff like
that. He had a taste for it. He had a sound for it.
We make a lot of different music, to be honest. So yeah, like he kind of shows me like how to make the type of music he makes, and that's important because he's on the radio every day.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, his tag is fucking international.
Yeah.
So your tag is fire too, by the way. I love your tag. It's fire. You already know what it is.
Honestly, he made less songs this year than he did last year. We were just talking about that. So if you think this year was crazy, next year can be even crazy.
Right. No kizzy. Well, you know, I want to jump into the back end, which is just a few questions. We're getting close to wrapping it up. I wanted to I have a word or phrase game I play
Let's play
at
that.
the end.
I
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying?
I'm competitive.
Yeah, you already know, but this is gonna test your mental. So it's gonna be more on the mental than competitive side.
Okay.
So what I wanna is it's gonna I'm gonna give you a word or phrase, and you're gonna tell me your initial thoughts on it, and you can elaborate on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? However deep you want to go into it. And I have three for you, so I might add an extra one, but right now I have three.
So first thing that comes to my mind after the words.
First thing, but you can elaborate like thoughts. Like it doesn't have to be just one word. Like it can be you whatever comes to your mind.
Okay, got you.
So we're gonna start with Kobe or Mike.
Kobe, but LeBron over Kobe too.
Ooh, he put Bron over Kobe. That's gonna shake some feathers up now.
LeBron, maybe not by talent.
That's gonna shake some
It
feathers.
kind of gets down to that Giannis thing we were talking about, where it's like this combination of everything. Kobe is more talented than Bron, but
Bron's so dominant.
Bron is so dominant. I'm talking about what finals was that when everybody got hurt and he was averaging like
He was going crazy.
16?
No. 16 they won, right? That was 15. That was 15. Okay.
That's the craziest I've ever seen somebody personally go in basketball. I can't I couldn't believe I was watching it.
Nah, facts.
Hitting game winners off the glass.
Nah, facts. He was doing some spectacular ass shit.
Crazy, and I didn't even know that was in his bag. So when I saw that, I was like, "Yeah,
this nigga different.
This nigga's different, like different."
But you really think he's better than Kobe the Bean?
Yeah,
Hey, R.P. the Bean, man, the fucking Black Mamba, man.
I think there's nothing that you could do to stop Kobe from scoring.
Mm.
But I think LeBron just impacts the game in such a crazy way. It's way different. You know what I mean? Like we know Kobe's gonna get his 40, but
factual.
LeBron's finna like. He might get you 30 and 10 and 15 or something.
Facts. And he might have a key block to seal the game.
Key block to seal the game.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, drop 45.
And he's not pressed to shoot the last shot. I mean, you should be a dog and want to shoot that last shot, but he's not pressed for it, is what I'm saying.
And that's another thing. Kobe is for sure more of a dog than Bron, but Bron is...
And Mike, too.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Mike is more
without
of
a
a
doubt
dog than Bron, but Bron at basketball, when you talk about the game overall, is probably the best we've ever seen.
For sure. For sure. So my next one is just one word. YSL.
YSL. Oh man, I love Thug. I'm not gonna lie.
Free Thug, man. That's what I really got to say. I've ran into you about a handful of times. You're a good dude. I'm gonna give it back to my man, Free Thug.
Gunna too. I like Gunna a lot. So I like them. I like their music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can understand it. Yeah. Gunna went to Langston Hughes, which is a school close to mine, so I kind of understand his experience.
For sure,
like
for sure.
They were, you know what I'm saying, they were kind of on the other side of where I was at, but I definitely enjoy their music.
Nah, for sure. I'm glad we kept it music related. Free Thug, man. And to elaborate off that, have you ever been in the studio with Thug?
No, I've been in the same QC, like everybody be at QC, so I've been there with
in the same vicinity.
Yeah, but I've been in the studio with Gunna and Duke and all that.
How was that?
Man, I was in the studio with Gunna when he was first getting big.
Drip season 1 and 2 type shit.
1 and 2, yeah. He was super humble.
He was super hungry too.
Hungry, yeah. Hopping on every song, not complaining. I actually engineered a session for them one time, and like when I first started learning after that Offset
situation.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's another situation. Ain't no engineer. Who knows how to record? I'm like, I'm straight with it. I don't really, I can kind of get around it. You know, folks.
They put you on the spot, and then niggas is watching. Yeah. Niggas trying to see if you gonna sink or swim, nigga.
You know, and he not complaining or nothing. He just like, man, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, I be seeing artists dog these engineers out.
That's a fact, bro. Some niggas is disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
I've seen it. I've heard about it.
I would never want to record people. I'd mix. I'd be a mixing engineer. Yeah. I'd never be like a tracker engineer.
Facts. And a lot of studio sessions, man, it's supposed to be authentic, so you're not gonna see a lot of cameras. You're not gonna unless it's understood that a camera guy is coming, that something's being filmed. You're not gonna see a lot of behind the scenes with music, man. That's the beauty of it, because you want the end product to come out. And maybe if you do have film afterwards and you drop it after, but you don't want to drop the gems like that's. I feel like you can touch on that too, because. You know, a thing in music, like a lot of guys, a lot of producers don't want to give gems, and a lot of artists don't want to give gems, right? So I've seen it firsthand, you know. But you can elaborate on that better than I can.
I think it's both ways, you know. If we're tapped in, I don't mind like sharing with you. But if you trying to like,
Capitalize off some shit.
if you trying to like, even sometimes if you trying to capitalize, if I'm a super nice guy personally, I might help you out. But like in this industry, a lot of people want to take more than they give. You know what I mean?
That's a big one.
And I'm not saying you have to be on my level or like give me money or do anything like that, but you have to at least like provide a positive experience for me
For sure.
to want to like share things with you.
For sure, bro.
Otherwise,
sure.
because you know, like a lot, I told you, a lot of people who don't deserve it are really like
That.
Nah, I'm saying they like
Assholes.
Yeah, don't deserve to be like.
Nah, facts.
I've been in a room with people who like Grammy'd up and they've been cool as hell. I've been with big ass artists who literally have
Fuck
sat
niggas.
there and took the time out their day to ask me how I am and shit
That's
like
tough.
that.
That's tough.
But I'm saying like on the other end, like if you bringing me bad experiences and then you don't have no motion, it's
a lose-lose.
I don't have no incentive to want to show you nothing.
Yeah, there's no
Or to-
sympathy there.
Yeah, it's no sympathy.
Word.
So you have to at least provide something, at least a good experience and last or something.
Facts.
Tell a joke. I don't know.
Nah, that's a fact. Keep the vibe good.
the vibe, yeah.
Keep the energy lit.
As long as the energy is there, and that's what I've noticed. So like when I walk in the rooms with people I don't know,
Nah,
I
facts.
just try to provide good energy at the
Word.
very least. So
Word.
that way, you know.
And I'm sure that happens to you a lot when you run into new situations.
All the time.
You meet new engineers, you meet new people, and then they bring their circle with them.
All the time.
You
Yeah,
know.
I just did a camp for my publisher last week, and they put me in with a bunch of random producers. But like at this point in the game, I realized how to like work the crowd and move around and relate to everybody. I think
Turn it into a positive.
Yeah, I think that also comes from me moving and stuff, even down here or just moving around my whole life because I kind of got like diverse upbringing. I kind of know how to
Balance it out.
talk to certain people.
Nah,
like,
for
you
sure.
know,
That's a skill.
I think
That's a
it's an
skill.
intelligence.
It's an intelligence.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't have that. And you have to go through experience on top of really working at that and having a logic to really work at that. That is something you do need to work on. Like as a human being in life in general, like you have to know how to be a well-rounded person.
Yeah, because especially people want to know that you're in your right mind, and it's a shame that we have to do it. But sometimes you got to show people in different ways. Like,
For sure.
what they call it, a white voice. I hate that niggas have to put on a white voice, but I never. Go
It helps
to a
with business.
meeting and talk to them the way I talk to you.
That's
And
a
it's not
fact,
no
bro.
disrespect to you. It's
Nah,
because,
facts.
like,
Money's on the line.
Yeah,
I need to secure the bag.
I'm taking care of both of you at the same time.
That's
You know,
a
so I'm gonna
fact.
talk to you like a friend. So like,
Facts.
I know you don't care if I get up here. You care if I cuss on this.
Nah,
I
bro.
know you don't
You
care if I
being
get up
you.
here and cuss and like or like share have a difference of opinion, nothing like that. Because we just locked in. We've been like
We
since fifth
been
grade.
man, bro.
So like yeah.
Super locked.
It's a super intelligence because some people will get in the room and wake themselves that way too.
Facts.
They don't know how to communicate with everybody.
Man, communication is huge. A lot of people don't understand how communication falls into music, and it's fucking huge. So the last one I have for you, and I'm gonna add an extra one. The phrase "standing on business."
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you? And it can mean whatever it means. You can elaborate.
When I hear that, I mean, I just mostly hear like doing what you say you're gonna do, or like being an upright guy, man or woman. Just like even if it's negatively impacting whoever is like related to that situation, like if you stand on business, it is what it is.
Facts. You stand on it.
You stand on it. You're not
Facts.
budging.
Facts.
People want to like get you about your character, switch your mind state.
Facts.
Sometimes you just gotta hold steadfast.
For sure. So that's crazy because I'm the same kind of guy. Like I stand on business. That's something I stand like. That's something I actually preach every day to my lady. Like she hears me say stand on business probably like 50 times a week. Like she be like, I know shout out to my lady, man. I know she love me, but I know sometimes I can get annoying because I'm really adamant on like who I'm around at this point in my life and who's soaking up my energy and whose energy I'm soaking up.
And that's one thing about me is I don't switch who I am for anybody. I might switch how I communicate at times, but I'm not gonna switch who I am.
Straight up.
I might just tell you the same thing in a different way. But
Straight up.
No, I can't.
Straight up.
And that doesn't mean I don't change because I think you need to change it to be better. Like nobody's perfect. Everybody has some like things they can work on.
Factual.
So I'm not like against change, but you're not gonna get me up out my characters, man.
Super facts, bro. Super facts. So I believe that is about it for us. We're gonna wrap it up. But I do have. I appreciate you for coming on the show for me, dog. This was fire. You know what I'm saying? Anytime y'all want to jump on to Google and look up Dre Got Juice, look him up. He got credentials. He got hard beats. He's on CEO Trail's newest tape. Look up Alter Ego 2 is hard. Tap in. Anything that has to do with music and you see his name next to it, go tap in. I mean, Loyal is one of my favorite songs that dropped in the last couple years, and it's hard. Like, I'm a big Party fan. Y'all lock in. You already know, bro. And I appreciate you for being here. Let's get straight to it. That's over and out. We had a great episode. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a good night.
Appreciate you.
You already know. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Go ahead, hit the record. My boy gone.
But the culture is who I am too. Let's get straight to it.